Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a full body stretch flow. So I've integrated a lot of traditional stretching as well as some yoga flows to really get your body a full body stretch. So you can pause the video at any time if you feel like this is a really good stretch for a certain part of your body, or you can hold it a little longer, totally up to you. This would be a great stretch for your day off of working out, or just really anytime you just feel really tight. So put on some nice soft music if you choose, and I hope you really enjoy your stretch today. All right everyone, so we are just going to start off standing with our feet about shoulder width apart, whatever's real comfortable for you. And we're just going to stand and just breathe, okay? If you wish, you can close your eyes. Check how your body feels. Do you feel tense? If you do, think about releasing your jaw and really letting your shoulders relax away from your neck. So if you're like this, relax. And as you breathe, I want you to try to expand your lungs. So what we like to do is we put our hands right on our rib cage here, and when you breathe in, you really try to fill up your ribs with all that fresh air. So you're going to breathe in and out. Get all that stale air out of your lungs, and again. One more time. Good. And even breathing is a form of really expanding those lungs, expanding those ribs. There's muscles in between your ribs too, and that's all something that we need to be thinking about. All right, so first of all, we're going to start from the top down, talking about our necks here. So real simple, just some neck rolls. So you start on one side here, just very gently roll your neck around. Feel that nice stretch right here. You need to kind of sit there for a second because it feels tight. Feel free to do that, and then slowly roll back. This tends to be a really tight spot. And if it feels good, you can even at this stretched point here, you could even just give yourself a little massage as well. Awesome. All right, we're also going to take our hand and we're going to put it right along our head and do a nice deep neck stretch. So very gently, you're not trying to crush your head at all. Very gently pulling your neck so that you really feel that stretch. You can kind of tilt it back a little bit, tilt it forward a little bit. And then let's do the other side. Good. All right, we're going to add a little bit more movement in here. So we're going to do a squat with some shoulder rolls. So get yourself in a nice base. I have a nice base here. We're going to squat down with our hands, with our fingertips touching the floor, and then roll back our shoulders. So we're going to squat, tap, roll back those shoulders. So still good form here with that squat. You're hinging at the hips, keeping a nice straight back. You want your core engaged. You don't want to be floppy. Good. One more. We're going to keep doing this, but we're going to do a front shoulder. So squat down, front shoulder. Good. One more more of these. Let's get some nice mobility work in here. Awesome. All right, taking your left leg, you're gonna cross it over your right and then reach up. If you want, you can take your other hand that's kind of hanging out here, put it right behind your back. Get a full length body stretch here, so you should feel it all the way down through your hip. Awesome. Other side. Same thing. Good. All right, side lunge. So we'll go to your left, and we're just going into a nice deep side lunge here. So you should feel a nice stretch in your adductors right here. We're going to take our hand or our arm that's right above our bent knee, and we're going to bring it up, and again, a nice full body side stretch. Good. And bring it down, widen out your stance, kind of stop right here in the middle, stretch out those hamstrings. Just go down as far as you feel comfortable. If you'd like, you can also dangle your head and put your arms across each other like so. Whatever works for you. Make sure you're breathing throughout all of this. All right, let's go into the other side, side lunge. Feel that nice stretch here. Put your hand down on your leg and reach. And breathe. We don't want to hold our breath. Awesome. You can come on up here. Feet back to both shoulder width apart. Tricep stretch. So bring your arm up. Nice tricep stretch here. Just something to make note of. I don't want you to have your ribs flared out here and your back having a really big arch. You still want to stack your ribs over your pelvis so you have a nice alignment here, and you can still stretch really well. I just see a lot of people do this when you don't need to be doing that. It's not good for anything. Awesome. Let's do the other side. Try to keep those ribs stacked over that pelvis. Nice neutral spine. Good. Bring it down. Let's do a quad stretch here. If you need to use a wall or a chair, feel free to do that. We're going to grab our foot, bring our knees together, and then push those hips out a little bit. So you feel that nice stretch in your quad. Ooh, that feels good. Nice and proud chest. Remember to keep those shoulders down, relaxed. Good. Let's switch it out to the other side. Sometimes one side feels like it needs a lot more stretching, and for me, this side definitely feels like it needed more stretching than this side. That's normal. Sometimes we have a lot of imbalances. It just means you hold it for a little bit longer. All right, so a nice wide squat here. So we're going to do a nice wide squat and just lower and lift our booty up and down. So we're going to come down, put your hands down on the ground or close to it, maybe just your fingertips. And you might need to adjust your feet a little bit. So we're going to come down and then come back up. I see my 4-year-old do this all the time, and he's way better at it than I am. Good. You should really feel your hamstrings stretch here. your hip flexors. Oh, give me one more. Awesome. Roll it up nice and slow. All right, so that was more of our traditional stretching portion. We're going to go into a flow here. So we're going to stand again, nice and tall. Reach up to the sky. Come on down, go into a swan dive. And then just hold it here at the bottom. Awesome. We're going to walk it out into a plank. And bring yourself into either an up dog or a cobra here. So you can either have your hands, or you can either have your knees lifted, or you can put your knees down, basically. So really bring your chin up, looking up into the sky. Really stretch out that abdomen. Breathe. Awesome. Child's pose. And then we're going to go ahead and just sit right on our bottoms here and go into a traditional butterfly stretch. You might need to kind of maneuver yourself a little bit. Make sure you're just sitting on those sit bones. We don't want to be slouching forward like this. We want nice and tall still. And it helps to sit right on our sit bones. If you want, you can take your elbows and press down on your knees a little bit more, just to get a little extra, if you wish. Good. Take that left foot, extend it out, and at an angle, we're going to go ahead and stretch here. You take that other hand, and again, reach side body stretch. Awesome. Release that. And let's go to the other side. Grab that foot or toe. Reach up. Again, feel that nice side body stretch. That feels really good. All right, take that bent knee. You're going to bring it across your straightened leg. And then you're going to twist. So you should feel a nice stretch right here in your glute. And release that. Other side. Awesome. All right, next up, we're going to go into a tabletop. So, coming onto your hands and knees. Really, so that my feet, my toes are pointed, tops of my feet are on the mat. My hips are stacked over my knees, my shoulders are stacked over my wrists. I have nice wide hands here, so I have a nice base. We're going to do some cat-cow. So come on into your cat. Head is down towards the mat, really pulling up and stretching out that back. Get a couple of deep breaths here, really expand your lungs and your ribs even more. And then go right into cow. If you have diastasis, be very gentle with this. I would probably even just go into a neutral spine. Back into cat. Feel free to flow at whatever speed you want. And breathe. All right, you're going to take your whichever hand you want. You're going to thread the needle. So you're going to take your hand, outside hand, bring it down through your hand, other hand, and your knee, and then we're going to lay on down, really stretching out that shoulder, that lat. You can have your head on the side, or you can put your forehead on the mat, your choice. Good. Come on up. Let's do the other side. So taking this hand, going down, thread the needle the other way. Awesome. Bring it on up, back into tabletop here. Turn those toes underneath, and we're going right into down dog. So bringing those hips back, really try to push those heels down towards the ground. I'm not a yoga teacher, if you can't tell already, but I love how yoga really just stretches out your entire kinetic chain. In this case, you can feel it all throughout your back, your hamstrings, your calves, soleus. So good. I'm kind of pedaling my feet here a little bit so I can really feel that stretch down in my calves. Feel free to do whatever feels good for you here. Awesome. All right, if you'd like, we're going to end up in an up dog, but what you can do is you can go into a flow here if you'd like. So you could go from down dog, go into chaturanga, and then come up, whatever you'd like to do. Up dog or cobra, does not matter to me. Feeling just a nice stretch here in that abdomen. Awesome. All right, we're going to go into a plank, you're going to take your right or your left knee, you're going to bring it through and go right into pigeon here. So sitting on your bottom, you can either stay up like this, actually we will stay up like this. So we're going to just stay up like this for a little bit. You should feel a nice stretch again in your glute. And then we're going to come on down slowly. Try to keep those hips squared, this outside hip squared down towards the mat. So if you open it up, then you lose all of that stretch. Awesome. All right, bring yourself back into a plank and downward dog. Again, pedal it out if you like. All right, flow into that upward dog or that cobra, however you'd like to get there, your choice. Oh yeah. Go into that plank, again, we're doing pigeon, but the other side. So stay upright for now. Make sure you're breathing and smiling. This is just wonderful. And a nice full body stretch. And come on down. Awesome. All right, back into plank here. Bring that foot back, go into a plank, back to downward dog. We got some low lunges to do here as well. So press those shoulders down. Find that nice lengthening of your spine, your glutes, hamstrings. All right, so we're going to take left, my right. And we're going to bring ourselves into a nice deep low lunge. So you can stay down here for now. I just have my fingertips up here. If you had a yoga block or something that would make it more comfortable, you can grab that. Good. Take that knee, you can rest it down, and then we're going to come on up and really try to sink into it. We're stretching out those hip flexors. So important to stretch those babies out. We are constantly sitting throughout the day, and those hip flexors are always suffering for that. So to stretch them out like this every day, or almost every day, is a really good idea. Awesome. Bring it down, bring that foot back, go into plank and back into downward dog. Pedal out those feet again if you wish. All right. Other side. Nice low lunge. Good. Stretch it out here for a second or two. And then bring that knee down, foot down, sit on up, arms up, sink into that hip. Breathe. Awesome. Bring it down. Take that foot, bring it back, go into that downward dog. One more time. Awesome. All right, we're going to go right into tabletop here. And this time we're going to do a frog. So we're going to take our knees and we're going to open them up and then sink down as low as you can go, putting your heels or your feet, the inside of your feet on the ground. Some people are way more flexible at this than I am, but to each their own, right? That's what we're doing. We're stretching where we're at. So this is all about where you need to be. I should do this more often. This hurts so good. Oh yeah. All right, come on up. Awesome. Back to tabletop. I'm going to face you. So we're going to do a low side lunge here. So we're going to take our left leg. I'm going to reach. We're going to take it out, bring it out here. We're going to reach up. Good. And then kind of lean over to the side. Try to have a nice long form here, best you can. Also working your obliques as well. Make sure you're breathing. Good. And bring your knee back in, other side. Bring it up, and then stretch side. Great. All right, bring your hands down, put your feet down on the floor, head down towards the mat. Again, you can touch the mat, you could put your arms into twisting them like this. Shake your head out a little bit if you want, stretching out those hamstrings. Awesome. And slowly roll on up. Roll the shoulders back a few times. You can bring those feet in a little bit. Awesome. We're almost done. Reach up, super high, full body stretch at the top. Expand those lungs. And this is where we end. So, nice mountain pose here. Just finish up with some nice breathing again. Think about your form and your posture throughout the day. Whether you're doing some reaching or bending, think about how you can protect your back, engage your abs, and have just good movement throughout your daily living. I hope you really enjoyed this stretch. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Have an awesome day.